Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another yoga class. Today we are seated somewhere slightly different. We are in a Kauri grove within the Coromandel. And Kauris are native trees in New Zealand, and they're very special because they can grow up to 50 meters high and they can last for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And so they hold a lot of wisdom. And I thought I'll take this opportunity to do a slightly slower, more grounded flow. We will be focusing on our Muladhara chakra, which is our root chakra, which is our first chakra out of our seven primary ones that align along our spine. And to give a little bit more context and information about this energy center, I thought I would refer to this book. A beautiful book, Eastern Body, Western Mind. And the woman who writes this has practiced as a Western psychologist, but also is informed about Eastern philosophy. And so she kind of threads both into each other. It's a very beautiful book if you're interested in learning more about chakras and how they kind of interrelate to us and our understanding of us. Anyway, so our Muladhara chakra, it is kind of responsible for our feelings of stability, of groundedness. And when we feel balanced in this chakra, we have characteristics of good health and vitality. We feel well grounded and comfortable in our body. We have a sense of trust in the world. We feel safe and secure. And we have the ability to relax and be still. And if we are either deficient in this chakra or if we are in excess in this chakra, then these feelings don't tend to be as aligned. So today we're going to be slowing it down. We're going to ground. We're going to kind of tap into our breath and the feelings of just being here, as well as being in the beautiful nature that we are surrounded in. So let's come into a balasana, a child's pose, on our mat if you have one. So let's bring the knees together, or maybe you'd like to take them slightly further apart for a bit more support. Maybe we bring the knees together today. And just let the forehead rest down towards the ground. Letting the hips sink back over the heels. And feeling the whole of the upper body relax over the legs towards the ground. Now your hands, they might be forward, they might be kind of bent, the elbows might be bent, hands by your side of the head, or you might be reaching your hands behind you. You could even clasp onto the outsides of your ankles or your feet here. And can you really tap into what it feels like to be grounded down towards the earth? Notice the different parts of our body that are connected. Maybe that being the forehead, the shins, the tops of the feet, maybe the hands. And can you make these parts of your body really heavy? And what would it feel like to completely let go in this asana? Can you notice the quality of your breath in this moment? Not trying to change anything, just noticing where and how it falls in the body. Does it feel more rushed? Does it feel short? Does it feel long? Does it feel relaxed? And our Muladhara chakra, this is the foundation for the rest of our energy circles, the rest of our chakras. And so if we aren't as aligned in this chakra, it's going to be hard for us to find alignment in the other 6. And just like any sort of plant, any tree, any flower, any vegetable, without the roots, there wouldn't be a plant. And so we want to keep working towards us feeling supported in our bodies, us feeling supported in our community, us feeling supported in our mind, so that we feel stable and secure. And that we can start to explore more within our other chakras as well. And before we start to move, let's take about maybe 5 more deep breaths. There is no rush, just like nature around us. Things take time. If your hands are behind you or in front of you, we're going to bring our hands kind of to the sides of our heads, placing the palms down on the ground. We're going to use our next breath in to start to rise the chest, pull the heart space forward. You might even lift the eye gaze slightly, retracting the shoulder blades back. And then as we exhale, curl back under into our child's pose. Let's try that about 4 more times, breathing in. Exhaling. Inhale. Drawing the shoulder blades back on the body, lifting the eye gaze. Exhale. 2 more in your own breath, almost using the descending motion of our body as a way to bow down to ourselves, bow down to our inner wisdom, bowing down to nature around us. When you're ready, we're going to press up into our tabletop position. Hands come underneath the shoulders, knees come underneath the hips, and we're going to do those same motions again, kind of cat-cows, but in our tabletop. So as we inhale, drop the belly down, lifting the eye gaze, shoulder blades back on the body. Exhale, press away from the ground, draw the belly button in, eye gaze in between the toes. And as we move through this, can you really think about the foundations of our movement here? Can you feel the fingertips on the ground? Can you feel the knuckles pressing down and the full palm of the hand? Can you feel the knees pressing down and maybe even the tops of the feet as well? All of these parts of the body here to support us. Take one more breath. Well done. All right, we're going to bring the elbows down to the ground. We're going to walk our knees back a little bit. Okay, we've got a few different options. My feet are shifting off. Okay, a few different options. You could stay in your kneeling plank. So the hips are in line with the shoulders here. Or if you wanted a little bit more, tuck onto the toes, lift the knees off, finding our forearm plank. All right. And again, in this position, can we find our foundations? Can we press our elbows towards the mat? Can we spread the fingertips wide? Peel the belly button up towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes slightly. And can we try find stability in this position here? Can we try breathe? Pressing the heels away from us. Let's try 2 more breaths. Start to lower the knees down towards the ground. Lower the hips down as well. Sphinx pose. Untuck the toes, elbows in line with shoulders. Breathing in, trying to press away from the ground, lifting high. Exhaling, drawing the shoulders back towards the hips. Slight squeeze of the glutes here. Let's try 1 more breath. And then when you're ready, we slowly lower down towards the ground. Hands come by the ribs, press yourself up onto your knees, and then tuck onto your toes, lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. But rather than your usual downward facing dog, can you take your feet wide along the mat? Maybe you bend one knee here, and then bend the other knee, shifting your hips back. Dropping the heels down, letting any extra tension in your body go. So relaxing the jaw, relaxing the mouth. Maybe dropping one shoulder down, then dropping the other shoulder down. Maybe even close down the eyes here. Letting yourself be seen and feel safe in your body today. When you're ready, start to walk the hands back towards your feet. You're going to turn the heels in slightly and let the toes point out slightly. Malasana, garland pose. So hands might come through heart center. You might have your hips a little bit higher. You might have the heels off the ground. You might have the hands at heart center. Hands might reach out along the ground. You might press the hands towards the heart. Or maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, whatever feels good for you here. Using that as a way to connect. Dropping the hips down. Using your in-breath as a way to lift you tall through the spine. Using your exhale as a way to pull the shoulders back, squeezing the glutes slightly. One more breath. Bring the hands towards the ground. Lift the hips up high. Walk the feet underneath your hips. And before you land the toes down, can you bring one toe down at a time? So touching your pinkies down, then the fourth toe, then the third toe, then the second toe, then the first big toe. Dropping your head down towards the ground. Little tuck of the chin, you could bend one knee and then the other knee. Hands could reach down. You could also bring the hands maybe behind your back, behind the back of the legs, and giving yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. You could also find maybe a ragdoll by taking the hands around the outsides of the elbows, or even clasping onto the back of the head as a way to just gently give some weight to the neck. Take one more breath here. Bring the hands towards the shins. Breathe in, lift yourself halfway, shoulders pull down the spine, and then as you exhale, fold yourself forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, slow, rise to standing as you sweep your arms wide and then high. Reach them above your head. And then as you exhale, hands come by the sides. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Spread the toes wide again. Hands come by the sides. Turn the palms forward. Maybe even close down the eyes. Maybe a little shift forward and back in the toes and then back towards the heels. Noticing your center of gravity. I'm going to have a little play with our balance here. Okay, Vrikshasana, tree pose. I'm going to turn to face you. Now your feet. One of them is going to come towards maybe the ankle, maybe up onto the calf, maybe up onto the thigh. Press the foot down into the leg. Maybe the hands come by your sides. Maybe they come towards heart center. Maybe your hands press down towards your heart. You could also take your hands above your head. Can you root down through your foot? Can you lift a little bit taller through the spine? This is an asana that allows us to find deep concentration and stability within ourselves. A pose that allows us to tap into our inner wisdom. Just like a tree, good things take time. Take 2 more breaths here. Well done. I'm going to swap it over. Other foot comes down. Other foot comes up. And if you find this a little bit too easy, we'll have a play with our eye gaze. So you could bring your eyes to shut, maybe just for a moment. And just notice how that brings you out of balance a little bit. You think about wrapping the knee out a little bit more, squeezing the glutes to help facilitate that motion. Let's try one more breath. Well done. Okay. Beautiful work, everyone. Let's revisit our Malasana squat. Turn the toes out, breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, bend the knees, sink yourself back. Press the knees out with the elbows. Might even close down the eyes here. Check in with the rhythm of the breath. And during this process, you might like to repeat to yourself, I am here. I am supported. I feel connected with myself and the world around me. I feel safe and secure. If your eyes are closed, just slowly start to open them. Come down onto your sit bones, and we'll finish our practice with a little bit of pranayama breath work. And what we'll do is that we will be extending our exhales for twice as long as our inhales. We'll start with a shorter breath, and then we will increase our breath a little bit longer, and then we'll shorten it again. So it'll be a little pyramid. We'll start with 2 counts in, 4 counts out. We'll work up to 4 counts in, 8 counts out, and then work our way back down. So find a tall seat. You can also do this lying down on the back. Take one full cycle of breath with me, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale for 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to neutral inhales and exhales. If it feels good, maybe bringing your hands through heart center. Knowing that you can also stay here a little bit longer in a meditation if that felt needed for you. We may not want it, but we may need it. Take a big breath in. Exhaling, maybe bowing our heads. Honoring ourselves and this practice. From me to you, namaste. Any questions, let me know. If you're curious about that book, it's called Eastern Body, Western Mind. And if you wanted to support me in the journey of creating this content, then it would be amazing if you could like or comment or share it with a friend. That just really helps with the support and the engagement so that other people can view these videos as well. Mwah! Much love to you. Oh, and don't forget about our Patreon. You can see that down below for some longer videos. We'll see you next time. Oh, sorry, come on through. No, you're all good, of course. No, come on through. I'm being the nuisance here.
Okay, now I'm in the TV.
Yeah, you'll be on.
Bye.
Bye, have a good day.